In the evenings, we climb the stairs to the roof of Siddy's house to look at the sky, smell the air, and take down the laundry. My grandmother likes to unpin the laundry in the evening so she can watch the women of the village walking back from the spring with jugs of water on their heads. She used to do that too. My father says the women don't really need to get water from the spring anymore, but they like to. It is something from the old days they don't want to forget. It's something from the old days they don't want to forget. On the day my father and I had to leave, everyone cried and cried. Even my father kept blowing his nose and walking outside. I cried hard when Siddy held my head against her shoulder. My cousins gave me a sack of almonds to eat on the plane. Siddy gave me a small purse she had made. She had stitched a picture of her lemon tree onto the purse with shiny thread. She popped the almonds into my purse and pulled the drawstrings tight. So you remember the focus statement of thinking about the setting and how you think that might be impacting the character. What are your thoughts about where it took place? What did you notice? Go ahead, y'all can talk out.
They live in a rural area in the Middle East.
How could you tell it's rural?
Because they talked about like the lemon trees and then like the beans and the rice.
And
You don't really see that in the city.
And they live close to a river, right?
So they mentioned the water and how the women carry the water in jugs, even though they don't have to.
Live in
She has
like
a loving
Africa.
family.
Maybe you said Africa?
Yeah, like Egypt.
And you said a loving family. It says that they spoke Arabic. So do y'all know where that is?
That's
Oh.
Afghanistan.
That's part of it, yes. So it's in the Middle East. So this
My dad
author
used
is
to speak
actually from Palestine, which is in the Middle East.
okay.
So so those are all Arabic things, like the lentils that we talked about, the lemon tree. Those are things that are really common there. So it is out in the country, in that area, but also the agriculture is really important too. So what did y'all think about the emotions the character felt when she had to leave?
She was
Devastated.
sad. She was disappointed, I guess.
I think
She had to
maybe
leave.
she was also happy because she was getting all these things to remember everyone by. So then I think maybe she was happy but sad.
So let's look at what those things were, and you have the story in front of you, because that's a really good
It
point.
was like a purse and
A
like
purse.
almond and a necklace.
A necklace. What was on the purse?
These little shiny beads.
Lemon tree.
So now we can see like that lemon tree is important because it's on the purse, and that's what she's taking with her. So
With the shiny thread.
with shiny thread. So it's really like she's noticing all the little details in it. So now can you see how that setting is really important to her, that it's not just like it's a lemon tree and it grows fruit, but it means something to her. What do y'all think about that?
It's like a part of her. Like it's like
It's symbolic. Like
I
Oh,
think the story is
very good.
trying
It's a
to
symbol.
combine the environment and the story to make it like that the story is kind of like, you know, the thesis or something?
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's a
so,
theme,
like,
right?
The theme, yeah.
It's
theme.
what lessons we can learn. That's a really good point. So what lessons can we learn from her visiting her grandma and what she took back with her?
I don't know where she lived like before this. Like I don't know if she
Far
lived
away.
more.
Yeah, it says in the beginning that she's an ocean away from her grandmother.
So it's kind of like, it's like Reagan says, symbolic to her. Like it's a part of her. Like she'll always be there with her, even though they're an ocean away.
It's really cool. So she can take a piece of her grandmother back with her. Cool. All right. Well, thank y'all for sharing.